All right, now, I guess we're back with the shenanigans. Hey, boo! Welcome back to my channel. And if you're new here, welcome. Girl, I don't know if you know, boo, but your girl is really into Love is Blind. I done seen all of the seasons. So I was really excited when I heard that season 3 has already begun, okay? So today's video, we're going to do some first impressions. I'm going to talk a little bit about what I'm thinking. You going to come and talk to me in them comments about what you thinking, okay? But before we get started, I'm going to ask you to go ahead and thumbs this video up, boo, because I already know you're going to like it. And if you're new here, well, hello. I hope this is not going to be your last time stopping by, okay? And if you're coming back, boo, give me some. That's why I fucks with you. Now, if you have not watched this show yet, honey, it's only on episode 3 or 4, I believe, right now. So you still can catch up and come back and chop it up with me, honey. Okay, let's watch this thing together and talk about it. Love is Blind is basically people that is on a dating show and they are trying to find love. They're wanting to get married and they're doing it without seeing each other, honey. That's hence the name, Love is Blind. The process is basically they are talking behind these partitions, honey. Driver roll up the partition, please. Or these pods. They call them pods, Chab. I'm gonna call them partitions. So they talking behind these partitions to one another. And you basically just filling people out. Now, personally, I'm gonna speak for me. I absolutely love this idea of getting to know somebody. It almost reminds me of the chat line. You remember the chat line? The chat line was all about getting to know somebody, their intellect, getting to know them emotionally, like trying to build a connection to see how their head is. You didn't know how the hell they look. Here and there, you would give descriptions, but a lot of times when it was for me, I wanted to disconnect the whole how he might even look, because then I would be so mad if I end up putting a face with this guy, okay, and it ain't even the same. So I try to detach from that. I feel like when you have the foundation of really feeling one another, then it's way better than having a foundation on looks, honey, because that fade away. Sex, sometimes I don't even want to do it. I want a stronger connection, and I feel like this is the best way to do it. In today's video, we're going to talk about these couples. We're going to talk about the pod situation, shenanigans, okay? We're going to talk about what we thought, what we didn't think. This is basically the intro of season 3. Let's start with Bartise and Nancy. I really liked it, those two. What you felt about them? I did see where Nancy had her concerns, honey, once the age was dropped. I mean, it's like once he said that, it was like, bum, bum, bum. I guess she kept hoping that he was just playing. Okay, because you're serious? You ain't serious. You serious? Oh, you serious? Like, he kept saying, yeah. I mean, yeah. Like, yeah. Like, how many times I'm going to keep saying it, sis? You could tell that that was kind of like a deal breaker for her in a sense. At least that's what I thought initially, okay? I thought that was going to be a deal breaker. I thought like, oh, damn, Bartise, I don't think you got a chance, boo. I don't think you got a chance no more. When you think of somebody that's 24, 25, you think of, honey, you ain't ready. What is you even doing on this show? Look like you still got a little breast milk right there, powder right there on your lip, okay? Formula, whatever you was taking. Like, when you think of 24, 25, you just think like, baby, you is not ready. Especially with them on this show looking for marriage. Like, most of these people are talking about kids. 24, 25, I don't think you really know, honey. So I can see where she would have her concerns and like, man, baby, you ain't ready. Are you ready? No, you're not ready. I really liked, though, when he, in the second episode, when he opened up and told her how the hell he really feel about it, child. You seen that? Girl was like, okay, he putting his bit draws on, honey. Just when we thought he is not going to step up and do what the hell he's supposed to do, honey, he came and did it, okay? He opened up and was honest and shared his feelings way better than a person who's 40, 50 years old. A lot of these men don't even know how to communicate. They don't even know how to express themselves, honey. They are emotionless or very emotional, but don't know how to express. Girl, we'll be here all day talking about that. But the fact that he went ahead and say, honey, this is what I want. Okay, this is what I need. Girl, let's talk about Raven and Bartise and them pods. Now, everything was going good. Everything was going good. I felt the compatibility there for me. It was the fitness and the health and the, you know, yoga and the Pilates and all this extraness. I felt like she was being very concerned about what he would think about some of the things that she did. And I noticed now she went and asked him you know, I'm a bartender, I'm a service girl, or whatever the hell she is. I can't remember what she said she do, but I know I had to do something about a bottle girl or some child. I don't know. He thought it was a stripper. She went ahead and opened up, you know, just to let him know. I don't even think she did that with SK, but we're going to talk about that later, child. But she went ahead and opened up. So I'm like, oh, okay, she must be really feeling this guy. And I love the fact that he was not judgmental at all. He was like, oh, no, do your thing. At least that's what he was saying with his mouth. You know, because and then I start thinking, well, maybe he's saying you can do your thing because he's still planning on doing his thing, being that he's so damn young. It was the whole open-mindedness and not non-judgmentalness for me when she was, you know, opening up. She also mentioned, like, would you feel some type of way if I'm things from older relationships? And I mean, like, why would he? That was in the past, honey, okay? The past is the past. But then he was like, well, if it's a house, you know, then I would have a problem because then we can't be living in that man's house. If it was a ring, I probably would feel some type of way too if y'all was engaged or something. But I was like feeling like him, like, no, because I'm pretty sure he had girlfriends that gave him things that he still owned as well. Did y'all see how the whole moment came when she was like, well, it's almost like she was wanting or expecting him to be able to give the lavish things that her ex, she said, gave. And then he kind of was like, well, I'm not going to be able to do that. So, you know, I mean, I wouldn't want my woman to expect that. I'm not saying that I won't do it sometime. No, baby, that's exactly what you're saying. She was like, oh, no, it's no problem. Like, I don't expect you to do anything. I can do it for myself. But, baby, that's not the energy that I was getting from Raven. I'm sorry, honey. Raven seemed like she was there for a check. Okay, she was there for a coin. She was ready to be winding down and taken care of. It's one thing. It's something when you coming from that. I ain't gonna lie. Imagine being taken care of, spoiled, and then you coming from that to going back to like normal life. That's kind of hard, honey. I think what got me though, and I feel like where they lost each other was when he opened up about his mom was cheating with somebody or something like that. And the motherfucker in there is working out. This girl was in there doing scratches and I'm so glad he called on her. She's like, oh, you hurt me? Like, no shit. I'm sitting here and then it's like, it was so passive. It was so like, oh, okay, well, thanks for sharing that, but let's move on along. I don't even think she was intrigued or in tune at the fact that he was opening up to her. Like, I don't even think she gave a damn. He felt that shit. He called her out on that. And I feel like it just tumbled down from that point, child. I wouldn't want nobody either that I'm trying to open up to them and I'm confiding in them and they round here exercising. If you don't say them jumping jacks for later, like right now I'm trying to get deep and you want to get up and start doing arm rubber band thing like... Did anybody see that coming when he went and told her that how he really felt and how he preferred Nancy? And then sus hit him with the dun with the, oh, well, I didn't really want to be with you no way. And I been felt like, yeah, we wasn't going to work out no way. So, you know, it's nothing. You know, I need someone who da-da-da-da-da and this and that and that. And I'm just like, I got uncomfortable, honey. I started clutching my pearls because I'm like, well, wait a minute. This just went left. I just feel like sis was not about to be embarrassed or rejected on TV. Okay, like I said, she got an image to uphold, okay? Sis say, oh, no, I ain't going out like that. I did not like the stripper money on the floor, though. I ain't like that. And then when Nancy went in the room, when he was ready to tell her that he wanted to be with her, he had roses ready for her. So roses, stripper money. Roses, stripper money. I mean, was the money real? Because if it was real, then I mean, I guess. I don't think it was real, was it? I don't think so. But roses, stripper money. Okay, because sis say she wasn't saying she was a stripper. She said she was a bottle girl or something like that. It's like, what a way to make an exit. Like, how you gonna leave that on the floor and then come in there and say, you know, well, by the way, I prefer her over you. It was the whole, oh, people love me more in relationships. I've always been like they fell in love more than I have ever felt in a relationship. Like, Raven... Don't get me wrong, you are a very, very pretty girl, but honey, sometimes it ain't all about the looks. Because I feel like if I was a man, if I was a young man, that would have been it for that date as well. Okay, that she wouldn't have heard from me no more. Did y'all see how the hell Bartise was just so damn speechless as he was listening to this shit unfold? Like, the fuck is this girl? Is she really like... I don't think he's seen it coming. I don't think nobody's seen it coming. Did you see that coming? Let's get on and move on along to Nancy and Andrew. Now, I felt like they was on a grown woman and man when them two came into the pause. Okay, they was really on that. Andrew made you, even if you ain't know how to be on your grown woman shit, he made you step into that, honey. It's almost like his presence just demanded to be that bitch. Okay, that CEO, that boss. You have to be that when Andrew's in the building. I liked him, I ain't gonna lie. I like the Asians. For some reason, I just feel like a lot of them just always have their shit together. It always seems that way. Very intellect, smart as hell, always. For all the ones that I've ever seen on different shows and things, is always there. He was a traveler, business savvy. He knew exactly what he wanted, what he did. I mean, he traveled the world. But honey, come here. How did you feel about that little sex talk that he started doing, honey? Whew. I don't know. Was it just me who got all hot and bothered? Damn, like at one point in time, I thought I had needed to go pull the rose out. It almost reminded me of some of that urban fiction books that I like to read, honey. I mean, I was just like, ooh. If I didn't like Andrew no other time, I damn sure do now. Episode 2, I really cannot believe, though, that she told him no. Like, I just felt like she made it such a big deal that Bartise was so young. I just knew she was going to pick Andrew. I just knew that Nancy was going to pick Andrew. So it was really a low blow. But what about, wait a minute, honey. Wait a minute. And it's not funny, but it's funny. What the hell was the eye drops about, child? Was it for him to not look like he was crying and made it seem like it was the water from the eye drops coming down, the eye water that he was using? Like, what was that about? I just thought that she really wanted an established man, but I feel like maybe not. Okay, maybe sis didn't want that. I do kind of see, though, where she would have concerns. She just felt like his lifestyle wasn't gonna, and I felt it too, that he had this whole thing going on and he was going to have her step into his world so that the woman would have to adapt to him. That's what I feel. I don't feel like he would have been open to like put a lot of that on pause. Then with all the traveling, I felt like he would have wanted a woman, especially since they don't have any kids, to do the same and adapt to it. And I can see where she felt like, no, I just don't think that you would be ready right now to settle down, be married, have children. I don't think you're there. I don't think he was there, y'all. What you think? I could be wrong. Sometimes marriage, no, I was finna say it'll change you, but no, I'm telling you, whatever that man is giving before y'all get real serious is what the hell you gonna get. I don't know why these women be thinking, oh, the men gonna change once we get married, once we start having sex, once we have a child. Because he gonna be like, girl, you knew this from the beginning. You knew I traveled. You knew I was this. You knew I was that. Brennan and Alexa. Now, those two really connected right away, it seemed like. It seemed like they had so many interests, similarities, like in their backgrounds. Not necessarily religion and things like that, but they just, like, appreciated family and had a bigger families and things like that. Had a lot of things in common as far as their upbringing. What? Am I the only one who really loved Alexa? Like, I really loved her. She's so juicy and plump, voluptuous, cute, okay? And she owned that shit. Like, she wasn't like she said, I can stand to lose a few pounds, but I don't want to. I love to eat. Girl, I couldn't have said it better myself. That's like my energy. Like, yeah, I can lose some weight, but honey, I look damn good right now. And who the hell gonna check me, boo? Okay? I love to eat. I'm a foodie. But she did have a little concern because she like, well, maybe he don't want this. Maybe he not into little. And she ain't even that big, to be honest with me. She had, she ain't even. I feel like it's all about social media that allows our minds to be manipulated into thinking like, honey, we need to lose all this weight. Okay, unless it's a health concern, baby, you perfect just how you are, okay? And don't let nobody tell you anything different. But I loved her energy. I loved how she came in. She was just cute to me. She was a cute girl. That's what and she was repping for the plus size community. I really loved and appreciated how Brennan was so very upfront with his feelings. Like, I think he told her he loved her like the first and second day. And let's just talk about that real quick. Why is it that they automatically have to say, I love you? Oh, baby, I love you. In order to, like, seal the deal. It's like, if you don't say I love you, then it ain't real. I'm just like, honey, you don't even know this man. You don't love him. All of them was doing that. The only people who did not do that was SK and Raven. Okay? Us. Okay? I'm going to just be honest. Okay? We just ain't throwing that word loosely like that. They were the first ones to get married, or not married, but the first ones to get engaged. I really love that they ain't waste no time. It was like, y'all don't want to meet up with nobody else, okay? Don't send nobody else in this pod. I don't want nobody else. I got who I want, and I really like that. Colleen. Well, let's start first with Brennan and Colleen, okay? I felt kind of bad. I ain't gonna lie, when Brennan told her that, you know, kind of rejected her and told her that, you know, no, she's not the one, and that he found what he was looking for with Alexa. But I really did appreciate him not stringing her along, you know, because that's the problem with a lot of these men. They'll know off rip. They know off rip if they want to sext you. They know off rip if they want to marry you. They know off rip if they can potentially see a future with you, have some kids with you. Like, these men be knowing, honey, okay? They don't be having to really waste your time this long, but a lot of them do. I love that he did not. I don't know, though, if I was on the show, I would have ran back into the room and started crying to them ladies, because half of their ass they don't give a damn. Child, I don't trust a lot of women. So I wouldn't even win, but she was going back every time after rejection. Almost like when, you know how in Maury, when he be like, you are not the father, and you go running and all that. That was her. And I was just like, girl, if you don't just walk in there with your poker face on, they ain't got to know shit. You can go in there and say, oh, honey, well, it didn't work out, honey. I ain't like what he said. On to the next. You know what I'm saying? And then go cry in the corner. Go to your corner and cry. Don't mind me, y'all. My kids be listening to some crazy stuff. That's just me, honey. That's just me. I just been in situations where people want to see you down. They want to see you at your lowest low, okay? And so I wouldn't even give a bitch the satisfaction. Colleen and Cole. And you know what else I did not mention about Brennan? Cole, too. Both of them have very feminine energy. Yeah, they have feminine energy. And, you know, all of these Love is Blind, they tend to have somebody that eventually comes out. Last season, it was, I'm going to put a picture right here. He was giving feminine energy. Now I'm getting that tea from these two as well, honey. We're going to see how that unfold. I don't know. Maybe I'm just digging a little bit too deep. Did y'all feel that from them too or not? Cole is a play. He is, he has so much, he's just so playful, baby. Like a little puppy. Colleen and Cole seem to be really feeling each other, especially when they realize the whole name in common and things like that. And I'm thinking like, oh, okay, they gonna hit it off. See, you know, sometimes you gotta go through the storm to find your glory. I know I just made that up, but you know, sometimes it takes a little, you know, disappointment to you to get to the riches. Okay. Then Colleen was making statements like, you know, people normally like me because I'm a ballerina and I'm cute. And I was like, oh, Lord. Once Cole ended up realizing that she was a ballerina, it almost gave off exactly what she was saying that people normally do. I didn't realize that people have fetishes of being with ballerinas. Is that a thing? Oh, I didn't know. It was like, once he found out the ballerina, he's like, yeah. Oh, yeah. Flexibility. Yeah, let's do it. And I'm just like, oh, here we go again. He immediately mentioned sex, babies, and being poor. He labeled her as a fun choice. I was like, ooh, no. See, no. Colleen don't deserve that. She don't need that. On to the next. I was so glad when he actually told her that, you know, yeah, you're not being deep enough. We're not really taking that deep connection and things like that. You're not really opening up. You're not really, whatever it was that he felt. I was glad, because I didn't like what he said about her fun time, but not a long time. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, this ain't what we here for. He even mentioned he don't even see himself getting down on one knee. Ooh, child, that was a low blow there. I can kind of see why she ran in there and cried at that point, you know, because that was a little low. So I could see where she was hurt. But those people wasn't for her, no way, to be honest. I didn't see the whole Cole and Z. I'm gonna call her Z, Zanab or something like that. Zanab. I can't really say her name. I didn't really see them two connecting like how they did at first. It was like once she opened up about her parents and everything, it was just like he just fell in love, child. I don't know. Did y'all see them two really like connecting like that? I didn't get that tea. I really didn't. So I was really surprised, but I guess it worked. I guess. Or maybe not. Colleen and Matt. I ain't gonna lie, originally I was just like, okay, listen. Sister's just trying to take whatever she can get. She's just trying to take whatever she can get. Because, honey, it was all, oh, I'm so in love with you, Matt. Oh, leaning over the couch like she's losing her breath. Oh, and all this. And I'm like, well, how you felt so into him, but you felt so bad about them other two rejections? Like, make it make sense, sis. Because right now, it seems like you just settling. Okay, you just going for whatever is going to stroke your boat, climb your tree. Anybody else saw that? I ain't like it, but I like Matt. I feel like he's handsome. I don't know why. I just felt like Matt was handsome, child. So she did wheel in a good one. I was really down when I heard, and I want to give Matt a hug when he talked about that whole situation with his ex had a baby on him, cheated on him and all that. I was like, oh, come in. You know, I just felt like he needed a hug at that moment. But once he confessed his love, it was like, oh, I love you too. I been knew that we was going to be in love, and I knew. And I'm just like, this girl is really putting the show on. Honey, if we was giving out awards, she would have damn sure won the Academy. Okay, the Academy Award for Best Actress. Damn sure goes to Colleen because, baby, she had it. She had it down pat. SK and Raven, honey. Where do I start? The Dom part came immediately when he started talking about his father being into poly relationships, having more than one wife. Did y'all see how she paused and listened? Honey, where was that energy when Bartise opened up about his mama now? Sus was tuned in right away. She was like, did I hear poly? But then he hit her with a whole, you know, that ain't what I'm looking for. I just wanted to let you know what my background is, stand on. Honey, when you're a certain age, what you're exposed to and what you see coming up, honey, it subconsciously plays a role in your mind, okay? I don't give a damn what he say. That man want another woman, okay? Eventually it's going to come into it. He just trying to will in at first. He did love and appreciate it. That she did not get judgmental. I think she just took a little while to kind of process it. That's why I think her reaction was like that. It was almost like, wait a minute, did he just say what I think he said? That's why she was speechless. But he felt like, oh, you ain't judged me. I appreciate that. Probably even thought, well, I know that means possibly I can get a little poly going on later on down in life. I just feel like Raven heard Nigerian and immediately heard ching ching. Dollar signs just went off. That's what I feel. I could be wrong. That's how I see sis. I'm sorry, not sorry. That's just how I see this. This is my opinion. I just feel like, again, with her coming from the whole lavish lifestyle, she was talking about where she came from, what she had, this and that, that it all makes sense. It's all coming back. It's all coming back to me now. There was moments of gold and there were flashes of light. It all came to me. I'm like, oh, that makes sense. It makes sense. That's why she didn't want Bartise, baby. She wanted to be winded down. And Nigerian, and somebody told her the African man got the coin. I noticed that them two was the only people that did not say, I love you. Okay, and I also noticed she did not tell him that she was a bottle girl and all that. Because I feel like African man is a little possessive men. You know, they kind of wouldn't want you to do all that. So I'm a little concerned when she hit him with them secrets that she told Bartise. And I wonder why she didn't. Make it make sense. Seemed like sis didn't want to ruin a good thing, you know. She didn't want to ruin what she feel like she got. Y'all hear me what I say now? Remember what I said. Zanib and Cole. They had a little playful vibe. They really did. But Cole is just playful as hell. Like I said, he gives out that playful energy. One thing about Cole, he almost made every woman that he was in the past with feel like he was in love and he really had something going, honey. I feel like he was just trying to get in where he fit in also. You know, I don't know. It was do you have furniture in your house that took me out. She got so concerned when he was like, yeah, you know, my couch or something he said, something about furniture. And she was just like, wait a minute. So do you have furniture or no? I'm like, whoa, okay. Yo, because sis say it matters. But I also noticed that he said, can she be his girlfriend, not his wife? I thought they was here to get married. So make it make sense. I just felt like he wasn't really feeling it like we thought. Then he dropped that bomb. Although the nigga bro said he been married already and it was only lasted for 2 months. Red flag, red flag. But they were the second couple to get engaged. So we gonna see, honey. I don't know. I'm not really sure about them, sis, but what you think about them? Now I'm going to get into talking about what happened when they got into the house. But I'm going to do it on a separate video because, baby, this video is already long as hell. Follow me there, okay? Meet me there. Be there or be square, honey. If you made it to the end of this video, go ahead and drop this emoji in the comments, baby. Make sure you subscribe to this channel because I'm going to do more. I'm going to keep doing this as long as the seasons is out. Okay, we're going to keep talking about this thing, honey. Because things are going to be happening. I can feel it all in my spirit. spirit, honey. Okay? And I want you to be here so that we can be able to ride this journey together. So make sure you subscribe, thumbs up this video, and come on back. I want to thank you so very much for taking the time out to watch my long video. Until next time, later.